Hello, hello. I hope you're really having a wonderfully magic Onpassive day. The kind of day that opens with energy and hope and has been coined in the years past as living the American dream no matter where you are on the planet. In a manner of speaking, Onpassive is kind of like that. It's bringing new hope for a great many people in our generation that see monumental changes happening and see the need for even greater change. They see the chance to create a life of peaceful abundance from a world of possibility through Ash Mufarah's vision for the greater good and the lifting of the human condition. But as much as this opportunity is done for you, it's a vehicle that's going to get you to your success. There's no such thing as a free lunch. And by this, I simply mean that even though you or me may get something that's at low or no cost to us, or at a cost that is insanely small when compared to the value received, somebody's paying for it. Somebody's expending energy and doing the work. We're going to talk a little about that work here, about how we got started, where we're headed, and I hope about what we're going to focus on in our journey to the top, so we really can be in it to win it. Now, when this whole thing started about 3 years ago, it was supposed to be a digital marketing business that aimed at being the best one on the planet. That's how it started, as a marketing platform that housed a few products. This was accomplished, and it was a great first step. And the dream, the vision, expanded. Our CEO, Mr. Mufarah, started making more products. He beefed up the marketing platform and created GoFounders. And that was another big step. From there, he decided we wanted 0 third-party players. This is to say that Onpassive decided we weren't going to use and certainly did not want to rely on software platforms or companies from outside of Onpassive. This meant that everything had to be organic, that it would be made in-house from scratch and by our own people. Cha-ching, cha-ching, you got that right. And again, that was another big step up. It was also a challenge that carried risk because growing too fast, expanding too quickly without the needed foresight and the design or preparation, it could be deadly for a startup. But Mr. Mufarah didn't miss a beat, and so it went. Products got better, then multiplied. Then the products turned into departments. Those departments became a massive digital ecosystem. Our offices became full, they turned into buildings, and huge projects emerged and began orbiting Onpassive's colossal digital marketing platform. We've gained incredible momentum since then, since we've started, and it's been playing out that way all and ever since by design. Well, almost. I mean, we've had challenges, but in every case, these challenges are being met with success, and the pace is much quicker now. The activity is much denser now, and the heights that we've reached and we are reaching for are a great deal higher now. Sometimes it's hard for people to join something and see the vision from their point of entry moving forward, right? To see things in retrospect. By the same token, it's difficult for leaders to back up, so to speak, to explain, describe, or clarify the history of a journey that we're on, because it's really hard to capture the spirit of the journey, or perhaps the nuances of the spirit of the journey. So I'm not giving a blow-by-blow history here, but I do want to provide context on the journey that we're on. And I think if we get a sense of where we came from, we can bring our shared vision a little more into focus. To that end, I'm hoping to offer something that will allow us to understand where we were so we have a better sense of where we are on the way to where we're going. My guess is that if you are a founder, you're going to get it because what you're already focusing on is the end game. But if you're majoring on the minors, as they say, if you're worried about whether or not you're going to get a bonus in pre-launch or exactly when we're going to open to the public, then to get a good sense of what the company is really about, your perspective needs to change. In other words, if you're weighing the value of being a founder by the cost of the founder's position, you don't understand what's here. You don't know what you have or what you're part of, and you sure don't understand that founders are partners in success with Onpassive. Because understanding where we are as a company has very little to do with $97, bonuses, subscription costs, or launch dates. We are better and soaring higher and moving faster all sooner than we anticipated, under a thrust equivalent to that of a Falcon Heavy, and we are headed for the stars, quite literally, I think. As Ash Mufareh said, you need to accelerate with us. Your thinking and your understanding, they need to grow if you're going to keep pace with his vision for this phenomenal company. They need to be bigger, greater, because we're witnessing drastic changes in product creation, technology, and the company's trajectory. And those changes are happening at an accelerated rate that has amplified the opportunities for the paradigm shift that is Onpassive. Your opportunities. Changes and growth have placed us in a whole new operational dimension. So let's get a good sense of our vision about the logistics that we're getting onto, and let's get in it to win it. Now, you've all heard and know about the digital ecosystem and the massive marketing platform. Of course we have. We've seen it grow and take on a gravity field of its own. Is that where your vision stopped? I would certainly hope not, because that is not all we are. We are not just a few dozen products sitting on top of a marketing beast. I remember Mr. Mufareh sharing his vision of satellites and Wi-Fi with me nearly 3 years ago. I remember exactly what I was doing and exactly where I was sitting. That was the impact that conversation had on me. So for almost 3 years, we've been trying to relate not only how big, how technologically spectacular Onpassive is, but how it fits into the bigger picture globally and how it's a part of the changes that are happening and will continue to happen. We've mentioned a lot of things we're doing over and over, and even given historical accounts a time or two showing our growth and renewed trajectory. We've provided some detail on the new technologies that so many of us didn't even know about. I've spoken about renewable, green energy that doesn't even consume energy, and about new technologies like designer magnetics and tachyon plasma energy. Ever heard of med beds? They exist. Remember talking about 3D printing? Yeah, people were pretty excited about printing everything from nanotech to houses. We talked about crypto, humanitarian solutions, physical products coming out of Onpassive, inventions, and a lot of other things. Most recently, we've talked about Onpassive's data center. Yeah, that's appearing in orbit. We've talked about phased rollouts. We've talked about strategies to ensure our continued growth and dominance of the online world while affecting our physical world in great degrees and in many great ways. Get a hold of this. Understand the value that you've got at your fingertips, real and potential. How many times have we said in videos that this opportunity is not going to come back around? And all of the things that we've mentioned have been happening and are happening now. And like Mr. Mufareh said recently, things are accelerating. Look at the lineup that he's given us. And these are just the things that he could talk about. O-Staff, which is incredibly feature rich, is in the back office and going to be available the next day or so for founders to use, whether you've got a business or not. You can use Onpassive as your business to create an account and then use that for beta. O-Tracker is going to be coming online as an unmetered application. This means it doesn't have any limits. There's no caps on its use. That's unheard of. And that's a full-blown product ready to go to market, and it's one of the most complete in our product storehouse. Soon you're going to have O-Connect because the development for that's been done. Testing is going to be happening firsthand, right? The alpha testing to measure performance and allow tweaks to be done. And then it's on to beta testing with the founders. O-Connect will also have the unlimited theme that runs throughout Onpassive, but its rollout's going to feel a little different. Of course, it's going to be disruptive. I mean, we're going to be a pop-up on the screen of reality, the market, and we're going to provide an unlimited, superior conferencing service, and it's going to attract attention. It will disrupt the status quo. People are going to love this. And when this comes out to founders for beta, please jump in to beat it up, so to speak, so it really gets tested. Same thing for O-Cademy. It's going to be tested firsthand and placed in beta. But with O-Cademy, things may happen a little bit differently. You know, with products, there's got to be a unified interface between applications that will provide optimal viewing and interaction experiences for different size screens and devices and orientation and such. In other words, It's a bridge between web and mobile platforms, and it provides a consistent experience across devices through a responsive design. But with O-Cademy, the interface is a bit more complicated because it's all about intelligence. It's about information and learning and education, right? It's a richer application, so it might take a minute. But once we're live, especially once we're synced with O-Connect and offering accredited postgraduate degrees, MBAs, doctorates, that sort of thing, man, we are going to be disruptive. Anyway, O-Peer, which is a part of O-Staff, is also running, right? Its development's almost finished. It's being wrapped up. O-Bless is going to be available too. Of course, as we've come to expect from Mr. Mufar and the team, it's going to be at a better level. It's going to be a step up from what we first saw. So if you thought it was good then, oh baby, hang on to your hats. And then of course we've got O-Domain scheduled to make its appearance. It's my opinion that we're going to be seeing all of these things happening over the next 2, maybe 3 months. Moving into February, we may even see the marketing logistics being finalized. Obviously, it could be farther out, I don't know. But once it happens, marketing campaigns are going to open bonuses, and we'll likely not be accepting new founders. Yep, that gate's going to be closing soon. And as we mentioned earlier, the data center is also underway. But why a data center? Well, because data centers are controlled environments where servers are kept. They're essentially temperature and humidity controlled environments that allow machines to perform at desired or at least optimal efficiency levels. Any entity that generates or uses data has the need for data centers at some level. I mean, this includes government, and education, and telecommunications, financials, retailers, and anybody that works with any kind of online information or social networking devices or services, right? Data centers are more or less a hybrid business. They're made up of real estate, technology, and service stuff. They function kind of like a hotel where you get a room for as long as you need to, right? Yeah, I guess that's all right. That room is like your server, which serves information to other computers that connect to it, right? Well, the hotel in our scenario here offers everything you need: housekeeping, room service, laundry, meals, whatever. We can equate these to what data centers offer of, networking and power and maintenance and security, right? Those sorts of things. Data centers are kind of like that, and people pay for the convenience. So the work that goes on in them are the services they render to generate income. You've heard of clouds, right? A cloud data service is a remote version of a data center. It's just located somewhere away from the company's physical premises, and it lets you access that data or your data through the internet. Onpassive's entry into its own data center is another huge step towards undergirding our dominance and independence in the industries that we enter. The database structure that Mr. Mufara and his team have created use absolute cutting-edge technology that allows components in our digital ecosystem to operate hyper seamlessly like you may accept or expect from a single platform. The new tech that they used for this was a result of some new talent that was brought in, and we'll never feel the jump between the applications. So please take a good look at Onpassive. We're an artificial intelligence information technology company with every product needed for an ethical online presence or business. It's a business that provides a means for anyone to work from anywhere and make a pretty good living. Our products are all under one roof. They're AI driven, they're integrated and automated, but please keep in mind we are an information technology company with a digital ecosystem, so you should probably have a PC. Onpassive is going to provide everything else. All the digital tools and services you need. It's going to build your site, provide marketing, traffic, sales, even drop your money into a digital wallet. And yeah, they give you the wallet too. So we're going to guarantee your success. So just join us. Get your life unstuck. And if you've already been invited, please get back with the founder that invited you to join. If you weren't, then click down below on the registration or join now link in the description box below, if there is one, and then join with us right now. You can also go to onpassive.com to learn more, and you can sign up from there. But whatever you decide to do, We wish only blessing and blessing upon you and your entire family.